And finally, number 10. We're towards the end. The residential trip again of Year 6. This is the near-death experience. Now, this was so infamous, I got a merit award because I survived a near-death experience. They gave me a merit award for surviving a near-death experience in which they didn't tell my mum about it. They didn't say, hey, your son was in you nearly died today. They announced it in the merit awards, and I believe they discovered that there might be a bit of tension as to the fact that my mum and dad were watching me getting a merit award for something that I could have possibly been deceased by. So, you're probably wondering, God, a near-death experience, boy, what would have happened? Right. Well, we do this leap of faith kind of thing. You climb up the tower, you climb up like the little stepping stones, you climb onto the platform, you grab this bar, and then you go down, obviously. That was just, standard bants. And I remember, most people was just, climbing it, getting it, just like, yeah, I did it. One of my mates was just like, oh, I can't do it, I'm going to have to go down. And the teacher went up there, and she grabbed the bar, and everyone was like, do pull-ups, do pull-ups. And she, I can't do pull-ups, it's impossible. So she dropped down, and she said, I can't do pull-ups on there, it's impossible. And I said, well, it's not impossible, it's unlikely. She said, yeah, highly unlikely. Challenge accepted. So, yeah, basically, I climb up there, usually doing pretty well, and then next thing you know, when I'm trying to go up, I can't go up. Like, the harness is preventing me from going up. It's like, I'm going there, and the harness is just, like, keeping me down. I'm just like, come on, get up. And someone like the trainers, I'm just like, can I get down? There's, like, a malfunction here or something. And, not because I was a pussy at the time, no. They basically said, we can't do that. Now imagine if you was afraid of heights, and you got told, no, sorry, you're going to have to stay up there. I wasn't afraid of heights, but you could pretty be, I didn't think much of it at the time. I was just like, oh, how the hell am I going to get down from here? They was just basically giving me instructions like, you're going to have to pull the wire, and just like, oh, it's going to snap, because it was like caught on the platform, and what the instructors were worried about, if I would go up and it would snap, and then basically, I didn't have a safety harness. That's what they was worried about. So they had to ask me. I had to pull the rope around the platform, and I had to basically help myself instead of one of the trainers doing it. And yeah, they didn't really know how to help me. So I got back. So I got up and I got on the platform. Everyone was cheering. They was like, yeah. So I was it wasn't that big, I know, yeah. So then I thought, right, okay, well, I came up here with a challenge. So I grabbed the bars, I did the pull-ups, I was just like, yeah, I'm a legend. And then I came off, and then, people were just like, yeah, legend. Legendary status on there, man of the residential trip, of course. And then I come down, and basically the teacher said, you have balls of steel. Well, I don't know what you've been looking at, but yeah, pretty much. Nobody told me I was in a near-death experience. It was only until the merit award ceremony in which it was announced, and then I had to ask my mum, what's a near-death experience? And it was just, basically it's where you nearly died. Standard bants, really. And if it was me at that moment in time, I'd have probably tried to sue wherever it was that was holding the residential trip, because, well, I could have died. I mean, it wouldn't probably have gone on because of the fact that, but, if I had died at that moment, you wouldn't be looking at me right now. And that's the biggest thing of them all. This has been the Ginger 42. Thank you for watching.